Nicole here. Uh, I got a haircut. Hmm. Now I don't have any thoughts in my head at all. I don't have to post a video right now. What about Top Gun? Hmm. Well, what is this art project? I don't know. Something insane. Now I have writer's block. I don't know. Life is just really tricky. The whole thing is scary, from beginning to end. The whole thing is scary. You're born, that's really scary. It's You start from nothing, you grow in your mother's womb, bam, birth. And come on, let's be real. It's like a little bit scary and gross to think about. Ew. And then you're born, and right away it's cold. It's got to be cold compared to, what you're experiencing. And it's not good for anyone. It's painful. And I mean, the miracle of life is a miracle. But oh my goodness, it's terrifying. For everyone involved, the midwife, the father, or whoever, and partner, and also the mother. Oh my goodness. The whole thing is so scary. But I think most of all for the baby. You start out from nothing, and then you grow, and then you're a baby, and then you're a child, and hopefully you got good parents who, had enough to support you, and were emotionally available. And if that happened, then hopefully you developed well, and everything was healthy and well, and bam, adult. Otherwise, you're very vulnerable as a child, extremely so. And so, you know, if you didn't have a great childhood, then that's really rough and will impact the rest of your life. Uh, and a lot of people have emotional wounds. I'm starting to see and notice as I learn about psychology. Um, I think that has something to do with World War One and Two. It's like the world was shooken with World War One, and then it was shooken again. Shooken? Is that a word? Shaken again. And I think that it impacted everyone, just like a pandemic can impact everyone on this planet at the same time. Isn't that crazy? That is so crazy. That's crazy. I heard about pandemics like bird pandemics, and I'm like, ooh, rough for that species. Not a lot of empathy at that time I had for that because, man, but now it happened to me and us. Hmm. Uh, what was I talking about? Oh, how scary life is. And then you grow older, and then bam, responsibilities. Now you're responsible. And being a human is really scary. You have to maintain your temperature, you have to maintain your calories, and water. And that's really scary. And then, because, if you don't, you're going to suffer. So pain is real, unfortunately. and and then you have to navigate life for a long time as you get older, which is scary. Being in the 3D, I don't know. I do buy into that stuff, some of it, not all of it. I don't know. I guess I have to think more about what I believe and what I don't, because that kind of matters. I am very careful about what I decide to adopt as a belief. So, yeah. but I do kind of buy into it. So like, I'm just like, man, if it's crazy hard on the 3D, does it get harder or easier on the other levels? I guess I am very analytical about everything, aren't I? Well, yeah. So the whole thing was hard and is hard. And then the scariest part is then you have to die. Like, that's also terrifying. Like, there's no winning here. It's all terrifying. It's like wanting two different things equally. Like, no matter what you do, you're going to be disappointed. And it's kind of crazy. Like, you're split. Ooh. Balanced. Like yin yang or something. But, like, I do feel like I've said this before and I really mean it. And I hope that somebody can hear this and understand, because I don't fully understand. But, like, socialism is the best friend on the playground of life with capitalism. They go hand in hand. And I think capitalism is like, I'm just gonna say he's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna personify him as a male, and he's for this illustration. And he is like over here, just like killing it, like doing such a good job at being him. And socialism is over here, and she is shy and quiet, and she doesn't have a lot of friends, although the friends that she does have are really like great and loyal, and it's wonderful. But she's shy, and she is just like beautiful and like, but totally like overlooked. And she's over here, and she's kind of like looking at capitalism, and she is impressed. She is developing a crush. Oh, because it is impressive, capitalism. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, impressive, but has some unfortunate consequences at like the end game, I guess, of materialism. Because capitalism, what that is really, what, materialism? I did just buy a skateboard today. Uh-oh. Oh no. I was like, forward movement, but I did buy a skateboard, and I don't know if I'm gonna actually learn how to skateboard. I'm gonna have to. I think it'll be good. It'll be exercise, but it's kind of dangerous, and I am kind of getting older. Ooh. But I don't know. Yes, I'm gonna try anyways, carefully. But materialism, yes, I don't know. I did used to really like going shopping, and now I'm older and wiser, I think, and I'm like, uh-oh, mistakes were made. Too many clothes, and yeah, I am sorry about that. So seems like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, all these problems will be solved when I grow up. Like, why did I think that? Why did I just be like, don't worry, someone else will take care of it? Ooh. But unfortunately, it's still here, and it's still a problem. Not I'm trying not to be a complainer though. Like, I don't want to be a complainer. Of course we all know it's a problem, you know? But maybe there is something we can do about it. Like, if I said I buy into the spiritual dimensions, and I also buy into the idea that AI already exists and is interfaced with spirits, then anything's possible. And I also said I believe in using, I don't know, some kind of weird alchemy over YouTube, via YouTube. So, with all these ideas in mind and projections, yeah, like, what am I, where am I going with this? God damn, this joke. Um, I basically, what I'm trying to say is, why not just like really focus on being independent? Like, not buying a car. I mean, you really have to like set yourself up so that you work and live in the same city. That's what you have to do in order to try this. But like, if you do, like, just like, I'm gonna skateboard everywhere instead of taking a car. and then busing. Because I still haven't bought a car yet. I mean, I want a nice car. And I want other people to think that I'm a real grown up because I guess that's what I'm insecure. If I'm insecure about anything, it's me being a Peter Pan. But gosh, I hope the internet doesn't be mean to me because I admitted my insecurity. But yeah, like that's my motivation to have a car is that other people believe I'm a true adult. I don't know why I care. And it doesn't matter whether I'm a true adult or not. That's, I guess, what's scary about it. Because what if they're right? So I guess I just have to believe in myself that I am a true adult. I am. And yeah, I don't know. We all have insecurities. That's just, I don't know how it all happens. Like something about getting older. Like, is it the teenage years? Is that when everything kind of goes crazy? Because everything was fine in my childhood, I think. And like, so like, how do you go from being a really cute toddler to like, bam, adult with like, I don't know what to call it. Like, I don't know, true problems. Like, I didn't expect these problems. Like, there were a lot of problems I faced in life. And I was like, I didn't expect any of this. I thought things were going to go smooth. Like, I don't know. Really thought everything was going to go smooth. It didn't go smooth at all. Like, I'm okay, but oh my goodness, the adult years just hit me. They just were like, like, hello, like, God, did the early 90s babies do something wrong? Like, I'm a millennial. Did millennials do something wrong? Like, what the heck? Although I guess we all have it rough. That's one thing I'm learning is that, like, no matter who you are, you have a problem because everyone has problems. Everyone has problems. Like there are so many problems that you can face and endure and like I don't know, take your like is this some kind of like ultimate jigsaw? I did mention that I love horror. Is this some kind of like jigsaw experience? Like like we don't even know, but like bad things happen all the time. And I'm not trying to like bring about bad things. I'm really not cuz like what? Art imitates life or life imitates art. I guess both. And that's scary to think about. So I'm not trying to manifest bad things, even though I'm talking about bad things right now. But like, I'm just shocked that bad things exist. Like, I mean, it is shocking. I thought everything would be fun and easy. I really did. Like, and I'm talking about like me before me, even. Like, I'm certain my soul feels it. Like, my soul feels like things should be good and easy and they're not. And I'm like confused. I'm like, why did I think things were going to be easy? I thought they were. I don't know. But they should be easy. Like we all should be having mimosas on the beach. I don't know how to get there, but for certain, we all deserve that. We all deserve good things like and relaxation. Like I'm an SE Dom. I really like to go to the spa. I like cold showers. I like warm showers. I like a good experience, which is why I bought a skateboard as well. Because I'm like, it's gonna be fun, and I'll feel my body moving forward. I don't know, but everyone should be having good experiences all the time, and that's not naive. It's just a fact. Like, it's just a fact. I'm certain of it. I think I'm Enneagram Type 7 as well for all the psychology homies. Uh, it's fun to be a 7, although exhausting at times, as you can imagine. But yeah, pretty much want to have a good time. Why else would I not? Like why else? Like waterfalls, I want to go hike to waterfalls. I want to go skidooing. I want to learn how to windsurf. I want to... I want to fly a plane. I watched Top Gun recently, and Top Gun. Okay, Top Gun is an interesting kind of little thing happening here with Top Gun because my family really liked it. I did not. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't awful, but it was certainly didn't like it. I didn't like the experience. Like, okay, so uh that movie, what, they're being sued because And like, this is stupid red tape stuff. Like, this is when I'm like, why do we have to squabble over art like this? But it is big money, so uh the they're being sued. The production company, was it Paramount or whatever? They're being sued because the rights lapped on it, the copyrights. Somebody could probably correct me on this kind of stuff, but basically the movie was delayed because of COVID. Okay, so it was supposed to be released way earlier than it was, before the war in Ukraine and Russia started. And I think that like it leaves a bad taste in my mouth to watch, like, because I was thinking about how much money the US spends on the military rather than infrastructure and healthcare and education for people. And then we wonder why there's a mental health crisis on our hands, like in North America. Well, I wonder why. I think we need a reallocation of resources. And so here we are watching this movie, and we're supposed to be enjoying it and rooting for the team. But like, let's be real, these secret missions, if there are secret missions that the military goes on, aren't going there to like innocently prevent somebody from building some uranium like nuclear weapon building machine. It's to kill people. Like, it's all of that. But like, so like, should we really root for that? I don't know. We're all one planet. We all know that too. Like, you must know that. Like, we're one planet. Countries are arbitrary. Borders are arbitrary. So, I mean, I feel like everyone knows that, right? Like, I'm not wrong. Am I wrong? Jeez, I don't think I'm wrong. So, yeah. And so, I don't know. Can we not just get along? And this is like parenting 101. Working at a daycare center, sometimes those toddlers, like, all of them are cute. Everyone pretty much cute. They're really cute. Like, luckily they're cute because they're a lot of work. And and they, like, inevitably one will be mean to the other one. And you're just like, okay, so I guess humans really do have like a natural instinct to be a little shit sometimes, because I've seen some kids just do terrible things. Like, they know they're doing something bad. You can see it. And like, one time when I was taking care of this child, I used to be a nanny and I loved being a nanny. One time when I was taking care of this child, he took my piece of artwork that I was working on and ripped it, and then went straight back to watching TV. And like, I could have understood if he did it because he wanted my attention, but he didn't even want my attention. He just did it. Ooh, yeah. So rough. Well, they don't know, it's not that bad. He's not a monster. He just doesn't understand the value of art. Like, art, the highest ideal. Yeah. So Top Gun left a bad taste in my mouth because I thought about how we spend so much money on having like the latest technology in the military, which I guess is that the end game of capitalism? I don't know. I guess so. Capitalism is really good for getting you to a place where you have lots of technology. This is just like that game Civilization. Like, you invest in these different resources, bam, your civilization is really cool and awesome in this area. Or I guess ours is technology. That's what we excelled at. But like, ooh, it is taking a toll. Everyone knows it's taking a toll on our planet. And I don't know, for all the religious people out there, didn't God say, well, I guess I'm lumping everyone into one religion, but basically what I'm trying to say is, didn't God say that we're supposed to take care of the earth? If I ask you to take care of my dog and you do a poor job, I'm not going to be happy. So it's kind of like, I think we should be taking care of the earth. I really do. I really, really do. That should kind of be our focus and our top priority, and getting along with one another. Yeah, if we could get along with one another and start making all of ourselves, starts with a man in the mirror. I think that was Michael Jackson. Ooh, interesting life there and soul. But I I'm just trying to say that if we just all focus on making ourselves as independent as possible, so like buying locally, looking up things like the consequence of separation in our society, like if you just Google that and think about it, like those things, we're really isolated from one another. So basically that's a big problem. And I think if we like really focus on buying locally and investing in our community and kind of sticking to that, and rather than buying from Amazon, and also making sure that every single adult on this planet owns a car, like if we could avoid those things, that would be great, because I think it's going to be necessary. And we can start building trust in our communities, and we can then have music in the streets all the time and lavish parties and a little bit more socialism. And bam! That's right. That's when socialism and capitalism meet later on in their adult lives, and capitalism is way more mature and understands and can see the value in socialism. And socialism is like, sweet, I always had a crush on that guy. And bam, a beautiful marriage is born between those two. And that's kind of, I think, the direction we should go. So basically, to recap, let's save the planet. We can do it if we decide to. And I'm an NI user. And not only am I an NI user, that's for MBTI. It's a lot of fun, like, to look up and to understand. But not only am I an NI user, I'm NI inferior. And honestly, my theory is this, that means my superego, or one side of my mind, is using NI as its dominant function. So I'm going to tell you something about how the mind works, and I'm pretty sure this is accurate. Your ego is just interfacing with the reality, the 3D reality. But make no mistake, it doesn't make the decisions. It's going along for the ride. The ego goes along for the ride. It is the subconscious and superego that are pulling the strings. And so, yeah, one of my superego is NI hero, I think. Or is it my subconscious? Or unconscious? Anyways, NI hero lives somewhere in my unconscious mind. So I do believe that ESFP, and also, ESFP has the strongest willpower out of any personality type. That's what I think. That's how NI baby manifests. I'm pretty sure. Because, I certainly know what I want. But not always certain on how to get it. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit of everything in this video. And I like it. I think it's good. So, also, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but Trudeau, every time he talks, he's saying words. Words I can understand. But they don't mean anything at all. Nothing he says. And in fact, that's not just Trudeau. A lot of politicians, in fact, most. I mean, it's so hard to find ones that are not like this. They talk, nothing they say means anything at all. It can't be applied. TE user psychology once again has saved the day. Okay. Yeah, so getting along, sharing our resources, and understanding that we're one unity, probably the right direction to step in. Yeah. Or skateboard towards. Anyways, so yeah. Plus, helping food taste better, I think right now what I see happening is we're all going to McDonald's for every single meal. We're just eating McDonald's. And when we could be going to fine dining. We could be going to a steakhouse. We could be going to a steakhouse for every single meal. But instead we're going to McDonald's for every single meal. And I really think that it's possible for all of us to go to a steakhouse, an independently owned steakhouse for every single meal. Yeah, like we all deserve mimosas on the beach. So, okay. Peace out, Girl Scout.